Google Gaga? Google?
What? Nonsense!
Don't be ridiculous.
Agnes, what is this nonsense?
Nonsense! Nonsense! Nonsense!
You said convey, it's nonsense.
Nonsense. What nonsense? That is nonsense.
Nonsense!
What white nonsense is this?
I knew it. I'm surrounded by...
It's nonsense. Nonsense. But what utter nonsense.
What, you
Now you can hear us. Hi.
Oh lord.
All right. I think
Lucky
we're
you
all good.
spotted it early.
I know, right? We could have gone a while.
Yeah, you'd be wondering why the first people on there will be cussing at us.
Yeah. So to you guys, welcome back to What Nonsense. Well, you guys. To later. Hi. Welcome back. So there we go. She can see us. We're good. All right. How are you?
Sleep deprived.
Sleep deprived? Yeah.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Surviving.
Good. Okay. This is weird. I've got nothing to say really. So what were we talking about before? Start the conversation.
We listed the things that I can't actually talk about.
Right.
That was the main thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Would
the
you like to
start.
know?
Oh, I thought it was just teasing us with a freaking disclaimer.
No.
like here it is, and it's like 90% redacted.
No, there are a few things that we just cannot discuss because I live at home with my parents.
Wait, you can't discuss on the podcast?
On the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Why even fucking mention it?
Yeah, now your parents
Sorry,
want to
like,
know.
Parents.
It doesn't matter. They can suffer.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay, some brutal stuff to tell. So
Yeah.
like it.
Brutal
I
stuff.
think we need to spill some beans.
Uh,
I want a motorbike.
you want a motorbike? Haven't you seen all those clips I send you of like people crashing on motorbikes?
Yeah, but they're
Who's
all
this?
skinny. So
They're
I
all
don't have airbags, but no.
Do you know how quickly that flesh will tear off your
my
bones?
No, it's not
Remember the video you got
tearing.
sent?
It's just a death immediately.
No, you get the proper equipment, you'll be fine. It's the fact that you can get run over by
Other stuff.
like
Bus.
big trucks and
There's
20 tires that weigh like
Yeah,
a ton
that's
each.
There's walls,
Yeah.
trees.
Oh, what is it?
Holes.
Those beautiful barriers that are supposed to protect the cars when we
Oh, yeah,
smash,
it
but
slices you in
it
half.
slices a person off a motorbike. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No protection is going to help you with that.
No.
No.
So maybe we'll leave the head intact. For
Open
identification.
casket, maybe.
Or head,
casket.
no, open
A
head,
head.
just head casket.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But have you seen all the cool
You
videos?
just buy from the magician shop, you know, where they just got
Yeah,
the
that's
heads
what
and
it
it
is.
does a fake.
Maybe put them
Just
together.
put your head in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? Okay. So why can't you compromise?
What would be the compromise?
Quad,
A
I
scooter?
don't think. No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
it's
too
sad.
far.
A quad
There
bike.
is no. Did actually someone present that to you?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I
You
did not.
thought
Well,
of
my mum
yourself?
wanted a scooter once, which was ridiculous.
But I think that you had thought about it a little bit. Just go, okay, if I can't get a motorbike, can I get something that's motorized to that?
Well, I've considered like a dirt bike, but I
Get a
don't
dirt
know.
bike. That's my compromise. One is that at
Mum
least
is
you
more
can
on board with
control
it.
the trees that you're going to smash into.
Yeah.
But trucks and
Yeah. Mum is
Stupid
more
people
on board
around.
with the dirt bike, which is good.
dirt
But
bike.
for me, the satisfaction and enjoyment comes from road bike. That's my
Mm.
calling, as opposed to
Just
dirt.
your calling is to live. Okay.
Live well though.
On a dirt bike and doing some sick stunts and do whatever that you can do
I'm
more.
afraid of heights. I
on-
don't want to go in the air. I'll go in the air once I
Afraid
hit
of
a truck and go
You
forward.
can't, you
Yeah, yeah.
can't go upside down.
Is there anything that's opposite of like afraid of heights? Like being crushed under a semi-trailer? You know?
Not that I know of. You can turn
Claustrophobic?
claustrophobia. Maybe.
Yeah, there you go. Do you want claustrophobic just before you die? Right, what a nice way to
You're
go.
pretty quick though, so it's not that bad.
Oh no, everything slows down on your death, even if your head's about to get crushed.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, it's like that's 1
Have you,
point.
have you ever been in an accident where it just?
Right, he has with the wax.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they-
Oh, that was a split
so they
second. I'm
T-boned.
like,
You nearly got T-boned?
Yeah.
How? What?
well, you T.
No,
She almost got hit.
Yeah, somebody nearly hit her in the side.
Yeah.
Did you just like sit in the middle of the road,
No.
just waiting for it?
You know the weird how when you're coming from Melton,
Yeah.
you know, the left and right.
Yeah,
There was a car behind me who was really close to me for a long way, so I
Yeah.
wanted to leave.
yeah.
And then there was no one coming from my left, but from the right, there was 3 cars, but they all had their blinkers on, and so
Yeah.
I went. But then what the second car apparently didn't actually want to go up to Melton, right?
Uh-huh.
And so they were going to continue
Yeah,
to hit
yeah.
me.
But so they had an indicator on the left, you said.
Yeah.
But it like changed its mind midway through.
Well, I don't think
So,
they
but-
probably realised I had an indicator on.
To be fair, that would be your fault. Still.
Oh, it'd be my
Yeah.
fault, but it'd be their fault because they tricked
They
me.
indicated, yeah.
Yeah, legally though, it'd be my fault because there was
You
no
didn't wait.
clear of way. Yeah.
What's the distance of you visually seeing a car that looks like it's going to turn left, but it didn't?
It was like,
can I
not,
see a car like 3 streets down and go, shit, I have to wait for his tail ass to be
No,
actually.
no,
It
no.
was like
It's
5
like a weird.
minutes.
It's fairly short.
No, but I'm saying general because you said you're in fault already, but
Yeah.
why?
Because
That's what I'm saying.
because
No
they're
matter what, they
they're
have
on
right.
the road and I
They're turning.
stopped.
So you're like, okay, why do
But
I
they
have
indicated falsely.
Yeah,
to?
they
That's
did.
right.
Yeah.
So they're at fault.
I don't think
I
you're a
don't,
fault.
I don't know why we, but no,
But
but
it's
it's
proving it.
that's what happened to Mum. She
understand, like,
she
they
went
do it,
out, and then the person indicated left, and it didn't go left, and
Yeah,
it went
they
straight,
continued on straight.
and then hit Mum, and then she got in trouble. Even though it was
Really?
indicating left. Yeah.
Because she couldn't prove it. That's,
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
You need a
I
camera.
guess, yeah.
Logic versus law doesn't always work.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
That's,
Oh, if you got
live
something to
stream.
prove it.
If you have proof,
If you got
then yes.
proof, it'll
Yeah.
tell me. I'll
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you.
What have we got? Oh my gosh, I can't read this shit. I need class. Oh, Keith.
Yeah,
Keith.
like here's for
Full
example.
House, yes. And he redacted. He just said Full House, and then he redacted his.
Focus, dude.
Sorry, yeah.
So, I've
Oh.
got. Yeah, she got T-bone. Roundabout.
Sorry, Melena's just asking what is T-boned. T-bone means
Shape
when
of
you
T.
get hit
Type of steak.
from the side, so it's like a T.
Oh, that's what it'll end up turning out to be near the raw. Yeah. So my wife got T-bone in the roundabout, and the cop who said, "Oh, I saw it." Yes, officer, sorry, I'm recording this. He just didn't want to fire it. He goes, "Okay, I'll leave you all to it." The insurance company said she was guilty. I'm like, "No." Okay, so let's do a little test for all you guys. Now, who do you have to give way to at the roundabout? Left, right?
You're right. in
Right, but it's
Australia.
actually whoever's ever on the
No,
roundabout.
it's all correct.
It's who,
I mean, incorrect.
Who's
Basically,
there
whoever's
first?
in the roundabout
that
first.
Yeah.
And then, if you're going slowly and the other person's going fast, and you go, "Oh, I should have gotten there first," or "I should have been given away," you have to still enter at a speed that prevents injury to human or other property. So, for example, people want to go, like if I'm entering a roundabout and I'm going so slowly where it'll take me literally 2 seconds before I get my half a car in, where this guy's going 50 k's an hour, 60 k's an hour, going, he's going to get in the roundabout.
My
like
head blocks you
four
from that
eyes.
one.
But technically, even though I know the law that I
Sometimes.
don't have to give way to the right,
Some-
But my million that one.
I have to give way to the right because
Not
that's law, or else I'm going to get T-boned. So I got my friend as a police officer to get the paper out and send me a photocopy of it and sent it to the insurance company. Everyone was fighting for me, saying, "Oh, they know what they're doing. They're doing for all these claims all the time about
No,
cars.
they just want money."
Don't know what they're doing." I'm like, "No, it's incorrect. People are just taught that way, and everyone does it. You've got to comply with what they do, or else you're going to get hurt or killed." So we won the case against the insurance company, against road laws that most people don't even know about. So now it's probably worse off that I've told you now, because you get stop and then you get T-boned. So just continue doing it the wrong way for your own safety. So yeah, we get T-boned.
Mm. Well, that was a good story.
You're welcome. My death is entertaining.
But when I went down the other day down that tip as well.
Oh. So what happened? Did she actually? Did they? I guess they obviously stopped.
Well, they didn't hit me.
Yeah.
They're like a meter from me.
Did they? Yeah. Were they angry? Yeah. But they indicated.
No, I don't think they were realising how they
Okay.
did. Because, like, you know, some people how they indicate when they just go around a bend?
What?
Who could?
Have you never
But that's
seen
the-
that?
Yeah.
When people, like, indicate when they're going left around a bend?
Yeah, I've done.
and
I've
then-
done. Okay, I've done it occasionally.
And
myself.
then they must have
Why?
just left it on or something.
It's
just
straight.
like a habit.
You're going
An action.
straight. That's like.
No, like sometimes like a tight bend.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you mean they're going straight, or they're actually going left and indicating left?
As in,
Or
like,
they
the
go
road
straight?
just veers
The
off.
road veers
Ah,
left
yeah.
and.
And so they
It's
just
out of
No,
habit.
see, it's just your perception. So like for example, coming here, I go the back way. It looks like a really hard bend, so I don't see the full curvature until distance, which you've got to indicate prior, not literally people indicate a split second before. So I indicate thinking it's actually a proper turn left, and I realise, it's just a curve, I didn't really, and I unflick it.
Yeah.
So you're seeing the back end of it, and I realising this guy just made a mistake.
Yeah.
And I don't do it anymore. I do odd sometimes, but most of the time I don't. So
that's what she's saying.
Yeah.
That's how it could
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
But then there was at least 20 meters though where he could have had time to then turn off.
I was
Yeah.
just answering his question where you said why.
Why?
And I was saying why it can be an accident.
I'm gonna drink it.
Why would you do something like that?
Yeah, and then she answered, right?
Yeah.
The other day going down that bend, but from the other way. So from Rock Bank, like going down and then going back over towards Amesbury.
Yeah.
I was going down that, and a car was turning right to go into Melton.
Yeah.
And you know how there's like a little section where they wait.
Yeah.
I was going past him.
Yeah. And someone pulled out.
And the person that was waiting, because he decides to do this. Go.
Oh.
And I literally went into the grass of the that little patch.
Yeah.
Because I was going like 60, 70. And I was like, what the fuck? And like I almost hit coming back in, I almost hit the bridge.
Yeah. You're doing 60.
Is that a dangerous intersection?
Oh,
You
yeah.
go down a hill and they got down a
there's-
hill and
it's
up the
so
hill.
dangerous. One used to be 80,
hate
so
it.
people
I hate
still do
it.
80 now it's 60, and because there's so many more people, it's so much more built up.
Oh,
it's
tons of
always
traffic.
so busy.
Yeah, it's the
so
alternative route
dangerous.
if the main road actually has accidents or a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
I go
And
that
it's
way.
the
I
main
go that
route
way
for-
for work.
And it's the main route for a lot of
Yeah.
people in this area.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
But do you know anyone's had accidents there though?
Yeah, there's
Quite
like
a lot.
every other day there's.
It's
Wow.
like from 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock to like 4:30. It's like
I was
Jam.
waiting
There's
there
a line.
How far have
for
you seen the line?
15 minutes to get
Up the
to
hill?
turn right.
15 minutes.
Yeah, I've had going down the hill to. the
How far
rear.
have you seen the?
Amesbury,
Yeah.
I've been
Another reason to ride
10 minutes or so waiting to get
15
down there.
minutes. Yeah. But how far has the cars gone up the hill?
Like all the way up, like
All
to
the way up,
like
flat.
to the trees and the the farmhouse at the top.
Serious?
Yeah, like
past that.
Past
And
that.
the only reason why people wait as well is because the people turning right into Melton fuck it up, because people are actually going down from Exford to go. Most of them are turning left to Melton.
Yeah, no.
So
that's
all
right.
these people that are waiting in that lane are screwing up the people wanting to turn right.
Because they want to go. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if they just went a little bit back, because most of the time, like if it was, everyone's turning left, so these people can go all the time, and these people have to wait.
They need a roundabout.
That'd be a weird roundabout.
Blake said.
If they should, yeah.
Blake said Toby Maguire is the best buddy.
Yes. Best overall Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Yes.
Oh shit.
Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Tom Holland, best Peter Parker.
And Melena said, I know what T-boned means, but it is not comforting to hear a family member went through one.
I'm
Why-
okay.
She's playing about like
there was an emoji with
Like
they
T-bone, like-
scared.
yeah.
Actually, it was. Yeah, she just reminded me of actually what actually fully happened. I was driving behind
better.
my wife, taking the car to get
Oh, so you
taken
saw it
to the
that way.
mechanic. I was literally behind it, no, actually in front of it. And I went first, and she went through my rear mirror.
This
and
is
saw it taken out.
Much better than Instagram Live.
Spun around, and I just
Thanks.
ran. Like you see in one of those movies, like
Might need
You
a
know,
better
so it's
central
just
mic.
shocks.
Yeah, I need to.
it hurt.
Any
Yeah.
injuries or
Just a little bit of whiplash and
concussion?
I'm gonna figure out a way how. Oh, and
but it's freaky out.
Keith said Andrew Garfield's the best buddy.
Yeah, Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Okay.
He's too cool to be Peter Parker.
Alright. We always have to go back to this. And then that's
I've
it.
done intensive research.
I'm sorting out the mics.
Intensive research.
I need to split the mic source so I can feed these mics into that, and then it's a work in progress. But this, how do I make the text bigger on this? Because I can't read shit.
Glasses.
That's so.
Pinch, no.
Yeah, you read it, man.
Wasn't that his job?
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I should be concentrating on the conversation.
Put in the settings.
So, Alexander,
Yes.
you're studying psychology, right?
Barely, but yeah.
All right.
I'm attending. Actually, no.
Sometimes.
That's the degree I'm doing. Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Give us some psychological facts that are cool, mate. Some cool psychological facts.
Most
Some
of the facts I
interesting
know
things
are
that
from
you've
Year
learned.
12 psychology when I actually enjoyed my
That's
teaching.
what got you into it.
Yeah, pretty much that. So you've got different forms of memory, obviously. You've got long term, short term, and you also got sensory memory, so like iconic and echoic.
What's that?
Iconic memory. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah,
Appreciate that. Iconic memory. If you look at something, it briefly appears and it disappears. It's your memory, how quickly or how long you can retain that visual image in your mind.
Okay.
So if like, let's say on the screen, 3 apples just appear like for a millisecond,
Mm-hmm.
you'll remember and say 3 for a short period of time. Afterwards, it disappears. Whereas too long a duration, and if the image was fast enough flashed, you'll forget it. So that's iconic memory,
Okay.
and that apparently lasts 0.2 to 0.4 seconds. And then if you're having a conversation with someone and then you ask them to repeat themselves, but then you kind of figure out what they said a second later, and then you answer it.
Yeah, that's ADHD.
That's that, but it's also echoic memory, which is 3 to 4 seconds. So basically, your
Ah,
ears sensory
okay.
memory. Yeah.
Cool.
So that was something I learned. That was part of the Atkinson-Shiffrin's model. That was
One
pretty
sec.
fun.
Yo.
All good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was fun. Enjoyed that from psychology. Had some good teachers for it. Yeah,
Cool.
it was just a fun fact.
Keith said, also, I wonder if there's a way to get others to join live. So,
Yes, there is. You want to call in? You can call in on WhatsApp if you like, or
Oh, from time to time, just to spice up this podcast, I'm going to randomly say the N-word.
oh yeah,
Looking at a camera.
Yeah.
Just
And
just the N-word, you know.
with the A or the hard ER.
Hard ER,
Yeah.
obviously. It's okay, my work logo is covered, so they can't find me.
I need to get Keith in to talk to you as well. You guys would have fun.
so you're gonna put him on too, Keith?
What's he say? You want to get on the pod? Let's call Keith.
Can they see it from WhatsApp as well?
Oh, we can. We can do it, mate.
He said, haha, nah, like via YouTube Live.
Via YouTube Live.
Like
Yeah,
have
yeah.
2 people playing at once.
Yeah, I'll put you up on screen, mate. I can do that.
Can't at the moment.
Well, then shut up. You're not helping. Okay. You want us to talk about something? Or are you just trying to interrupt the podcast with useless questions? Anyway.
He said, haha.
Insulting the few fans that we
I
have.
know, right? Nah, he's not even a fan, he's just a friend. So,
I
But-
don't know about now.
maybe not.
Downgraded work colleague.
Boss and friend.
Just work colleague. Not even a boss.
Yeah. So, back to psychology.
Oh,
Anything else? What else we got? Let's mine the psychological field.
I thought I shut it down pretty quick, but alright. Let's see, what else do I know? I'm really good at faking knowing what I'm doing. So give me some prep time.
Uh-huh.
I got this, man. Just random facts about psychology. Red makes you hungry.
You're
hence
fired,
why
David.
McDonald's, Hungry Jacks have a lot of
Yeah, red and yellow, right? Yeah.
Apparently, if you eat off a circle plate, it's meant to taste fruit, it's meant to taste sweeter.
No, I didn't know that one.
Yeah.
Circular versus square.
Yeah. I can't remember which way it was,
What
but.
if you're eating with your eyes closed? You don't know what side.
Um,
it is.
Well, then that doesn't make an impact.
You're
It's
fired,
a cycle.
Dan.
Okay, you eat
Why am I
with your
fired?
eyes
And
first,
kind of
your
bit
nose,
out
and
of
then
loop
your
right. The
taste buds.
Wi-Fi went weird
There's impact.
just a bit. Just now.
There you
That's some
go.
Milena,
Did you study?
I think.
Systems engineering, so
Tell us a fun fact about
electrical
systems
engineering and computers.
That's
Fun
how-
fact.
Yeah, feels good, right?
Fun fact about IT.
Watch this.
It's gonna kill us all.
It's good.
That's all.
AI.
AI, man.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. That's fun.
You gotta read it out.
He's just.
What's he saying?
No, because there's
I was,
a delay.
I was advertising single fin and I could see myself advertising it.
And so he got
Ah.
the bottle to the camera and just smiled.
I did a from a
Product placement. From what?
weird. Oh my god. Mike Myers movie. Name one of his movies.
No, I'm not giving it to you.
You're being cruel tonight.
Come on, mate. You can do it.
Party time.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You don't know it. Do you know
No,
it?
I don't know it.
He knows.
I'm not gonna help you either.
Oh my god, it's stuck in my head. It's such a simple title.
He's such a poor boy from a poor
Yeah.
family. Swearing his life of his monstrosity. Bam, 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 bam,
Nothing.
bam,
That was
bam.
me.
Go on, you can't do it.
Nothing in my
Anyone
head.
in the chat gonna help him? Or not help him?
Oh my god, no.
What movie with Mike Myers? Not Michael Myers, Mike Myers. Party time, excellent.
Keith wants
You know
to
the
talk about
movie?
AI.
You know the movie?
Keith wants to talk about
I
AI.
may or may not, but I'm not helping you regardless. Especially if I
Half an hour in, I'm gonna say it out of nowhere, like him saying the N word.
I will not be doing that.
Alright,
Spider-Man.
alright, so
For which one? Which Spider-Man?
Oh,
ask
yeah.
Yossi's
I
opinion
can't make it to
about the NSA joining what? I can't. Joining OpenAI.
just government control. I'm sure you can fill in the rest.
Wayne
It's not-
12.
it's not
Oh
gonna
my
fix it.
god.
Thank you.
Wow, there. Wayne.
I was getting, for some reason I was thinking weird
Yeah.
science. Just W. Don't know why. I mean, it has
Well,
nothing.
This is W. Wayne
Yeah.
12, yeah. WW.
We need someone with
moving
opposite
it.
political views because the four of us pretty much share the same views, I believe.
Yeah.
Besides Keith.
I think she disagrees with a lot of the
She
things
does,
we think,
but-
but
and I
she
mean-
won't say it.
No. Yeah. And I mean, no offense whatsoever, but like you're not aware of the actual like statistical information. Well, actually, there is
I know
none for that side,
nothing.
so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
No, you know lots of things about what you know, but
but
you're not
it's-
interested in political
No,
stuff.
I don't know a lot of political
Oh, can we get
sense.
Andrea on? I remember that was
Yeah.
somewhat fun at the.
No, I was called an intolerable narcissist apparently.
I know what?
Yeah, that was
Entitled,
Intolerable.
intolerable narcissist.
Yes. So that was nice. I don't know.
Sorry, we need someone.
Weren't you the one that came up with stats?
Hmm?
Weren't you the only one that came up with like stats
The other side doesn't
and
like
actually
that.
asking questions and they weren't answering the questions? And they just,
Yeah, but see, here's the thing: when you're in a debate, like it was, you just say she was to sit here and try and argue against all of us,
Yeah, you feel pressured.
right? And then if you're not saying stuff right, you start to trip over your words, and so I wasn't very eloquent in that discussion. I was getting some stuff out, but then you end up getting frustrated, and then they get frustrated, and it's just, so it's just, yeah. I'm working on these conversations. It's
I really enjoy watching them because I'm kind of the outsider of the family, and I agree with about 99% of what you say. And I have the stats just in here, but because I'm not blood related to your family, I can't say anything.
you get kicked out.
Oh, he's the
I have to
little
keep-
scared sheep in the corner.
Not,
No,
not
it's-
scared. I just
no,
want to
no.
make sure that
He kind
Best relations
of stands behind me.
Yeah,
and goes,
he's full.
Yeah.
I love the politics. Eh?
Yeah.
Gone hardcore on that.
Yeah.
I'll stay out. Beneficial of myself.
yeah, exactly.
I'll let the bro just get slaughtered.
Yeah, it's very fun.
No, I don't get slaughtered, but he likes seeing
that's what I like.
the sparks
yeah.
fly.
Yes, I love it. It makes me so happy.
Yeah.
That was like throughout like high school when I was really into politics, only American politics. I would spend like almost all of my free time just watching kind of debates between the two sides and different kind of political stunts or whatever. A lot of the kind of when people would go to like schools and do the change my mind segments. that
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
thing. I really watched all of those. I enjoyed those. I enjoyed Ben Shapiro. He
Yeah.
was quite prominent. He probably still is. But
Yeah, yeah.
and I was really obsessed with all
What
of
happened
that.
to him?
I've got no idea.
What do you mean?
I've stopped entirely with politics and everything. But can something happen?
I don't know.
If you're gonna say it, say it.
Oh, I think to come in on that.
Huh?
Well, since all the Israel stuff happened, that's when everything changed with him, didn't it?
It didn't. What do you mean? Like, can you?
No
Where
Ben
did he
Shapiro.
Where did he
That's
go?
what Keith said.
Before
No Ben. What do you mean no Ben Shapiro? As in, don't talk about him?
What's so bad about Ben Shapiro?
Because he's very pro-Israel.
Oh, okay.
So
it was just a statement. I said it. That was for
And Keith said yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben Shapiro, I watched a lot of his co-workers stuff. That's what Milena said.
yeah. So like I can respect where he's coming from on most things. Like, but he's very conservative and he's very hard right. But hard right, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Would you say he's hard right?
I don't know if he's hard right, but his approach is very of the hard right. In
Yeah.
terms of incredibly direct.
Yes.
Lacking any kind of
No empathy.
no empathy or compassion,
Yeah.
and not trying to make it easier for them to understand his point of view.
Yeah, yeah.
He's saying it
It's
as he
brute
sees
force.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is purely logical and statistical, and if
Yeah.
you're looking at it objectively, it's clear and probably the best form of communication.
Yeah.
But people that especially he's talking to are not clear and logical all the time and objective.
Yeah.
So then you need to tailor your communication to them, which
Yeah.
he does not do.
Yeah.
Hence why he gets the hate.
Yeah, and so since October 7th, he's been like, yes, super pro-Israel, and anyone who says anything to the contrary, he's just attack.
Isn't he Jewish though? So
Yeah, that's why
So
he's pro-Israel.
pro-Israel,
Yeah. And they kicked out Candace Owens,
I'm not sure.
you know, the black conservative woman.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, her.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, her. And so he kicked her because she was part of the Daily Wire for a long time, but she had her own sort of she's got her own following, so she sort of she walked away. She's got her own thing going now, but yeah, that was
Melina said something about Brett Cooper.
I love Brett Cooper.
Yeah,
she's
she's
great.
Keith
Have you seen
said,
the comment section now?
Yeah.
Since whatever post is just men crying.
Yeah.
So she's like engaged now or something.
Oh yeah,
It's just so many sad men, like Batman with tears rolling down his face. In all the
She's-
comment section.
She's gonna be
It's great.
she's gonna be in a Snow White movie.
Yeah, she's gonna be Snow White. Like the opposite of all Disney and current.
Yeah, all the woke
productions.
stuff.
Yeah. That'll be good.
and Keith said he's not hard right, and Elena said, "Have you watched the rap he participated in? It's called Facts with Tom McDonald."
No, have not.
No.
And Keith said Candace is a very strong Christian.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, she's Christian. He's Jewish.
Yeah.
I was like, nah. You know.
I'm sure he'd have his own. Well, he'd give other reasons as to why he can do it. I imagine, other than just simply saying religious reasons.
Brett
He
Cooper's
didn't. He
actually
didn't.
married now.
No, there was actually they gave no reasons really.
Oh, really?
They were just like
That's
we
it.
had
Disagree.
creative differences or something like that. It was.
There you
It
go.
was
They're having a conversation between themselves. Brett Cooper's actually married now, I think, and Keith said that's why she was booted.
that's why she wasn't booted. Oh no, he's talking about Candace Owens.
Candace, yeah.
Yeah. Two things.
Different.
Two conversations going on.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah.
I spend most of the podcast looking down.
Good talk. Good talk.
I should just be the guy in the background and just like trying to like chime in and tell everyone
Let's
what to say.
Let's do one of these things.
Yeah.
Let's do a yeah nah. Instagram over here so people can home can see.
So can people
Check.
see your screen right now?
Yeah. Oh, they can see
The
that.
Instagram? Oh, cool.
Yeah. Check these guys out. They're legends.
And we know that you would.
Oh, that is Michael at the bottom.
There's nothing more. There's nothing more. It's just heading now.
Darwin is laughing.
Huh?
Darwin is laughing.
Yeah.
Darwin's laughing.
Yeah. He volunteered. He got in.
Yeah.
Like even basic math will tell you where the trajectory is going. You know.
Keith, Melina said two different conversations, and Keith said, "Haha, sorry, Melina. No worries, that ain't safe."
Right.
But that ain't safe.
Okay.
That.
Oh yeah, that ain't safe. No. No. That's men being men.
Still safer than a
No, it's not.
motorbike. No. Just don't do it. Don't get one.
Oh, this is disturbing. No, I'm not gonna do that one.
But it has Alex's name in it.
I used to have one.
Huh?
Yeah.
Alex.
Oh no,
What kind
this
of
one's fine. This one, no, this one.
Just a,
Oh.
You don't want to see that.
Okay.
You don't want to see
Taking
that.
your word.
Mine was a 250.
Check, we'll see what's
Oh,
wrong.
yeah. Was it like
The dog.
touring or a...
There's
No, it was a proper.
no, I don't want to
It's
do
like
it.
a Capybara.
That's the only bike I'd want.
Huh?
Yeah.
The water, the middle one.
What's that one?
I'm gonna punch your fucking head in. Look at my dog.
So I just need...
Lucky you found it.
Like, why would you activate it again?
I'm out of here.
You know they go in the water for like kangaroos.
What?
Kangaroos go in the water for defense.
Oh
Hachi, not feeling so tough now, are you, dude?
Nothing like.
Where were you to save him? And you, look, freaking maul.
That's a cute.
Where were you guys?
That. Hold the dog hostage.
Three dogs.
Aliens.
Yeah, the other two were like, I'm not going near that.
No.
I don't know what happened to its ears.
Well, like the
The kangaroo.
kangaroo's ears.
Barbed
Torn.
wire fence.
Just be from
Yeah,
kangaroos.
probably from fences, yeah.
Or the kangaroos, maybe. Fine.
Oh, yeah.
Bad earpiece.
What did you say?
A bad
Yeah,
earpiece.
bad ear.
Got infected or something.
Yeah. Got in a fight.
Yeah.
Tore it out.
Makes it look weird.
Yeah, it does. Or more aerodynamic.
I regularly have punch-ons with the Ruse and Amesbury, Keith said.
There's lots of Ruse in Amesbury.
Dang, you're a tough cookie. You're a tough cookie.
Should we go back to... Should we keep watching? What are we doing? Oh.
Do something to react. Oh, I like to have a conversation about.
Something to react to. So have a conversation. Alright, let's not do yeah-nos. Let's go somewhere else.
Because we all agreed about the yeah, no.
Wait, you have a bit of autism, you have a bit of ADHD, probably something else. You got dyslexia,
I have
ADHD,
dyslexia. I have
anything?
dyslexia as well.
I'll let other people.
He
talk
doesn't,
about
he
it.
doesn't like to
No.
have diagnoses.
No.
Yeah, fair
Not
enough.
at all.
Alright,
Double
let's-
labels?
Boxes you win.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
I
Fair
thought you
enough.
should know that. Psychology 101, mate.
Well, it depends on the people. Some people like labels. I like labels.
Do they really like it?
So you can know how to deal with shit. And approach stuff.
No.
No?
No.
Fair
Boxes
enough.
good.
Only if you let a box.
Those
man.
words are negative connotations. It's not like we walk around and go, hey, I got ADHD or autism, put it on our CV. No.
Doesn't it depend on the
I had,
community
I
you're
had a
in?
friend, man, after he told her that he's got ADHD, man, she just ran for the hills.
I have a
Use
friend-
that, use that always against him, the way he behaved and everything. It just shut down the conversation. It wasn't healthy. It was better. I told him it was better not to tell him. It's
Isn't
negative
that the whole thing
connotation.
of like breaking the stigma, like that you're saying? The negative
No,
connotation? Isn't that
no,
just
no,
a
because
stigma?
people, the people who don't have it, what are they going to do with that lack of knowledge of what it's like to actually have, if whatever you want to call it?
What are they going to do with the lack of knowledge?
No, they'll judge you in a way without understanding. So when you have arguments and debates, they just use that.
Oh yeah, with
against you.
pointless. With
And if you get
strangers.
angry, then they think that you're not safe around other kids. It just, nah, it's not a good thing. We don't go walking around and go, oh, I've got autism, ADHD.
Oh no, I wouldn't, I wouldn't recommend
that's
saying
me.
to random strangers. No.
It's a negative connotation. It's not a positive thing. And
Oh, sure.
we're using a negative word
I can hear him.
to go, it's going to make you better. You're boxing yourself in.
Fair enough. I see it as well.
That's an
I would
excuse.
not do it with a
People
stranger.
start, I'm saying that people start
Well,
making
there's no more
their-
comments in there.
acting like their behaviour and they've got an excuse to act the way it is.
Oh yeah, they blame it on
Gen
that. and say,
Alpha.
I think
There
they
you
can get
go,
away with
boxes
it.
you win. It's a blaming mechanism, not dealing with the main issue at hand.
Yeah,
To me,
that.
the ADHD that's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
around
yeah.
is just a byproduct.
Well, yeah, especially with social media and cell phones and all that stuff.
Yeah. So, moving on.
Malaya said, "What's your view with Gen Alpha?"
I don't even know what that
Please
is.
explain.
That's the youngest kids. That's like my
Is it
kids'
the
age.
Mm.
Gen Alpha.
They're
Oh, well, they're screwed.
I see
Well,
like a lot of doom, but then every now and again I see a clip of someone, some like Gen Alpha or whatever, saying some thing that's kind of topical and in tune
Uh-huh.
with what's going on, and I'm like, okay, not too bad. Maybe
Yeah.
there's still some silver linings, but for
Why-
the most
why
part,
doom?
doom just because of the influx of technology and how, because it's even more worse now in terms of the scrolling, doom scrolling TikTok
Have you
generation.
seen a movie called Idiocracy?
No.
Yeah, you should watch it. Basically, it shows you there that humanity still survives.
Yeah.
Depends what you want to classify as surviving.
Mm.
They just.
Although
bring
apparently
time
isn't
to
it, is it my
Oh, is that
generation
the
now
other
that has a
movie with
lower
the-
lifespan?
No, that's the movie based on.
No, I'm saying
oh,
like
what's it?
currently is our generation the one with a lower lifespan than the previous?
Can I answer that in another couple more years when
When we
all,
find out.
all the COVID
people
stuff
are
comes in,
dying?
Yeah.
all the jabs.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And also all the chemtrails. Even
No,
though,
no, no,
well,
no,
but like,
no,
that's
no,
just
no.
like for crops, yeah.
Oh no, that's.
And
That's
also
fair.
for lung
It-
disease.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's poison and everything.
Do you believe in chemtrails?
Yeah, have you looked into any of that sort of stuff?
I don't know what they are.
You know,
From planes.
I when we were driving back from hospital, you know, I took my phone out and took a photo of the plane.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's because that was the actual.
That was
Tr-
a real.
that was a real
one.
trail.
Well, when they change up the weather or something.
Yeah, like weather modification, but there's also conspiracies that like they just because I've seen them spraying at night, like or like it's about to the sun's going down. I'm seeing like sprays all over the sky, so it's not for cooling down. It's like, well, what is it for? You know, who knows? We have no idea. But they're spraying something.
But there's two sides of that conspiracy. One, it's no longer conspiracy, and what they brought out in reality now, they just say, oh, okay, we are cloud seeding, but it's with benign products. It's
Cloud
not
seeding, I'm assuming, is
chemicals.
generating more clouds.
To
it's
make
generating
rain.
clouds.
To make rain.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, for crops or whatever, or
Well, like in Dubai, they do it just so it rains.
just for the sake of it.
Yeah, well, so they keep their parks green and shit like
Yeah.
that. They want to.
No.
Yeah,
I don't know
What's
about
what
this.
is life? So,
but also
but the other part of it is that they're putting things in it that are toxic.
aluminium,
Yeah, so when it actually lands.
barium,
Yeah.
heavy metals and
Yeah.
stuff, mercury, stuff like that.
And that's been
Um,
proven that they've actually.
Well,
done
they've
it?
actually
Or-
come out and said they're actually doing cloud seeding now, because if you said that to anybody, they're like, oh, you're just a nutter. But now they've come out, but they're going, oh, we're just making it with benign chemicals that are not doing any damage, and it's clean south, you know.
Well, it's been
south-
said before.
They lied once. Why can't they lie twice?
The other
it depends on the
conspiracy is that
source
there's actually, yeah.
of the proof. Like there's other proof. Soil samples. The amount of heavy metals in soil is it's everywhere, and it's like how did it get there? It's, and also there's been a couple of states in the US who have banned chemtrails.
Yeah.
So it's like
South-
why are they banning it if they don't
South,
do
I
it?
think South America.
If there's no
did
such
that
thing as
first.
it.
Yeah, Mexico.
Melania said like iPad kids or the crazy birthday present list.
Really birthday present list?
I assume she means like kids nowadays have like
I mean,
an insane list
yeah.
and they want all of them, not just
I
one.
thought it was about it's been on it.
So
In relation to the generation being doomed, I'm
Yeah.
assuming.
Yeah,
Gen
that's what I'm
Alpha.
thinking.
right.
Well, that's what is also causing the side effects, which people are believing, which is ADHD.
Hmm.
You know?
Yeah, iPad's terrible. Well, and the
Well, they're
proof in the
not.
pudding is
they're
that
not terrible.
all the social media like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and who else? Like, all the big tech giants, they don't let their kids have iPads and stuff. Steve Jobs never let his kid have
No?
an
An iPad, his
an
own
iPad, yeah.
invention.
Yeah.
Huh.
They're like, no, this because he designed it for
Don't
basically he wanted
stimulation.
phone, music, and video all in one sort of thing. But he made it sort of an open source platform that other people could lay their apps on top. It was the app developers, particularly like the social media, Facebook, Instagram. They were the ones who designed it to be as addictive as possible.
Yeah.
So they're like, they just want your eyeballs on it. So that's what the algorithm's all for.
There's this called compound 9-MeBC, which is a dopamine agonist. It's a research chemical. There's not much known about it, but it's really effective in terms of resetting the dopamine system. So resensitizing dopamine receptors, so that they're more sensitive to dopamine.
Okay.
So a lot of people, particularly in the biohacking community, if they've used stimulants for entrepreneurship or whatever, they'll take a week or two off stimulants while using that compound, and it'll be like a couple months detox of dopamine, for instance.
Huh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Where do you get that? So like you have to go.
Yeah, you can buy it online if you know where.
Okay.
I know where. You can, yeah. But obviously it's a research chemical with very little information in terms of studies and that kind of thing.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Okay. It's
but-
experimental.
Yes, yeah, it's experimental.
Right.
Sounds like we're Buzz from here will be part of the control group, huh?
He's very into medicinal
Yeah,
drugs.
I like pharmacology and exploring, like natural ways are great and probably more effective and safer generally. But I'd assume, well, I like the impact of pharmacology on like neurons and receptors, synergism, that kind of thing. I find it really interesting.
Because you said reset.
Said what?
You said reset the receptor. But you went to-
Resensitize.
But then you went to how change the sensitivity, and I thought reset meaning what? If it's depleted, you're resetting it. So you
More
just
so-
went to that side. So I just wanted to.
Oh, okay, more so.
You just did.
Oh, I just did.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
To resensitize.
Yeah.
You're talking about that aspect. Yeah.
I gotcha.
Good. Yeah. I was thinking, depletion because you talked
Yeah.
about 2 months of rehab. So you're reducing. If you're reducing, did I get it right? You're saying that reduces the time that your receptors are fully in charge again, and then you can actually go on
Kind
a
of.
nice
It's
trip
more
again.
like imagine someone uses cocaine every day or
Yeah.
caffeine. It'll become less effective as the day goes on because the receptors are less sensitive because they've been antagonized
Yeah.
so much and they downregulate. And so when you take time off, they slowly upregulate again in terms of their sensitivity. And then when you take cocaine and caffeine again, it's more of an impact because your tolerance has decreased.
So
And that
how
compound does
often and how long can you continue taking that medication?
Well, obviously it's research, but what people
What,
are
from what
doing,
they know.
from what we're doing, it's 1 or 2 weeks, and then
Of taking it.
of taking it, and then you're done, and then you stop.
And then when can you try it again before they can realise it's...
There isn't really a wait this long. It's kind of what they're doing is take it for 2 weeks and not using any stimulants, oftentimes reducing their social media and music and anything that provides joy,
Okay.
because it really kind of bounces back the dopamine receptors.
Yeah.
And then once they go back to using like a lot of people use like Adderall or Ritalin or caffeine, a lot of stimulants if they're trying to be entrepreneurs and that kind of thing. They'll use that as well as constant information processing. So it's a lot of stimulation.
Yeah.
They'll do that for like a month or so. And then once that month ends, they'll do another 2 weeks and then just repeat the cycle. That way, instead of getting burnt out and needing to take like a month or 2 off without using that compound, they'll take 2 weeks off, for instance. So it's basically like a detox, but pharmacological.
Yeah, but it...
But you're still actually
Carl,
detoxing.
what's that?
Wait,
Oh, you are still
you're still detoxing from all the things
You
which
are.
cause you dopamine.
yeah, but only for,
depletion.
but for a
But
short period of time.
Reducing the time, that's right. So that has reducing the recovery time.
Yeah.
That's why. That's
Yeah.
That's big. That's what's the movie? Sorry, with the one with the Limitless. That reminds you of that.
That
If
wasn't
you-
about reducing recovery time. That was just expanding. Well, I think
no,
using more of the
you
brain.
explained reducing recovery. No, I'm about to relate to
yeah,
why.
yeah.
Is that if you're reducing recovery time,
Mm.
then you have more time to learn. Therefore, you can actually become smarter.
Yeah, faster. Yeah.
So you become smarter from it. So that's the relation to
Yeah,
Limitless.
gotcha.
You're
Yeah.
smarter.
But sorry,
Reducing
recovery
recovery.
time of what? Exactly.
Before the
Dopamine receptors
okay.
upregulate again through
Is-
the lack of
is-
stimulation.
I don't know that dopamine and learning are necessarily one on one.
That's what he said about
Are
the
they?
just a hard
Well,
crash.
in general,
study.
you need like dopamine is really amazing for learning.
Oh,
That's
okay.
why you remember really memorable, exciting experiences because you have an influx of dopamine. Same
Right.
with stressful ones because you also get a lot of dopamine from stress. Hence why you remember traumatic instances a lot or
Right.
learning processes.
Yeah.
But in terms of dopamine with learning in that aspect, the stimulants help you focus by like going wow on your dopamine receptors,
Yeah.
really zoned in.
Yeah.
And obviously the more you do that, that becomes less effective
Yeah.
and reduces your capacity for learning and active time of focus.
Right. Okay.
Keith said it's simply called learning forward, interaction, or learning back.
Read that again, sir?
Keith said simply it's called learning forward, interaction, or learning back.
I haven't heard that term or phrase before, so I'm not too sure what it means.
I'd like to hear more about that.
Yes, please, Keith.
Type a longer explanation.
Pace
I-
what ChatGPT gave you.
I probably said that way too late from the conversation, so.
Yeah, maybe that's enough.
No, but we were talking about learning.
Yeah.
Is that a spare glass? It's mine now.
Yes, that's yours. Anything else happening here? Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I
I'm
went,
smarter. So I reckon it'll burn out receptors, mate. It's not natural.
maybe. We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a lot of my interest from that kind of pharmacological and biohacking is because when throughout high school I really struggled with my focus and concentration. I showed
Yeah.
like symptoms of ADHD. I have since been diagnosed with it, true or not, whatever. And so I was really interested in how I could fix it myself. And I'm lazy, and so I don't want to do behavioural changes. I
Yeah.
thought, okay, maybe it's something wrong with my brain in terms of function, as opposed to behaviour, whatever. So then I was looking into like different supplements like L-tyrosine, which is a precursor to dopamine, increasing that because people with what I have is typically lower, and then different stimulants and that kind of thing.
And for all the things you've tried, do they work for a little while and then peter off, or some of them don't work at all?
90% of things that I've done don't do anything.
Right.
The couple of things that I have done which are strong prescription grade stimulants work for like a week or two and then don't work. Doesn't matter if I take like a year off, they don't work again.
What?
Yeah.
Never again.
Nope. Really annoying.
Is that?
Because it works so well, it's amazing. I feel like a normal
Yeah.
person. I
Right.
can do what a normal person does.
Does your
I'm not better than anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm just normal.
Yeah.
Well, more normal anyway, how I perceive it. And then it stops working after like a week. And I'm like, well,
Right.
okay.
So when you say normal, is that like the voice in your head gets quiet? You can focus more easily.
Yeah, it's
You're not as easily distracted.
distractibility is gone. In terms of effort required to do anything difficult,
Right.
is far lower.
Right.
Or it used to be. Just far lower requirement
Yeah.
to get in to do something. Even just basic household chores, whether it's like washing dishes, doing the floors, putting my laundry away, it will be something, okay, I have to do that. And there's no mental effort and difficulty. And there's no friction. Imagine like sandpaper rubbing against each other, you have friction.
Yeah.
That gets reduced greatly.
Right.
Or it did. And it just makes life easier. And then for focusing, for studying, for instance, which is my primary reason for doing any of this, it was a lot easier. It was more, to the extent, a bit more than a normal person. That I'd be able to focus for like 6 hours straight.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit more than like average. And I was really great, hard focused. It would work perfectly. And yeah, voices in head. It's not like I hear lots of different voices at once. There are lots of different thoughts coming really quickly back to back.
Yeah.
It's not multiple at the same time, but it's very.
Yeah. Does one kind of get cut off by the other? Like you mid thought and
Sidetracked. Sort of.
Yeah.
I think like 10 years ago or something, I created like a little analogy like for how I see my brain. It's almost like panes of glass, so lots of panes.
Yeah.
And in between each pane is a different thought.
Yeah.
And I can see through all of the panes, and I can see glimpses of all those different thought patterns and where it would take me. But if I want to explore one, I have to go through one pane at a time.
Right.
But I can see all of them, and they all come really quick.
Okay.
Not fun.
So like it's still analog, not digital.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, they remind me of like the old Disney, when they first invented like perspective moves in Disney cartoons. They put them on sheets of glass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so like a forest.
Yeah,
and they just move the camera towards it, and it would look like. Different
So that's where it stems from.
That was a pretty cool mental picture.
Thanks, man.
Really good with your words. I'm not really good with my words.
Yeah, that's my thing. It's good. Once you guys start talking about something else, I'll just go like this, and then I'll get back into it.
Malay said, "Oh my god, I relate so much to what you're saying."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got that from me, dear. Sorry.
You look like you're gonna say something.
Oh,
Say a
no.
question before?
That's right. It's gone.
Another
It's
pane of
gone.
glass back there.
Yeah.
Perfect analogy.
I've told him
About to
for
do that.
years he's got ADHD. Like, right.
It's a label.
No worries, Dad. Okay, I'll water, please.
No.
So,
Look. Let's get rid of your bottle that you keep advertising. You son of a bitch.
No free product. But it's sponsored.
Son of a bitch. That's no, you're a good boy. That would be calling your mother. Yeah, no, she's my sister. I like her. She's good.
Do you have kids?
Yes, I do.
Oh yes, you have a daughter. Anyone else, or is it just a daughter?
There's a few more.
Yeah. I knew about the daughter.
Okay, moving on. This is interesting.
The problem for me has always been that in terms of acting, most of the world can't get past Carlton. So because of that, I have been typecasted to the point where it's almost impossible for people to see me doing something else. Imagine for a second, you did something, people loved it, and then it ends and they tell you that thing that you were so great at, you'll never be able to do it again. You're no longer allowed to act because you did that one so well that we can't see you as something else. Absolutely loved the show, loved making it, but I can't watch it because it creates a certain amount of pain is associated with watching it, because the enjoyment that everybody else had is the reason why I feel the pain. So it's a really interesting, weird world that I have to live in when people run up to me saying, Carlton! And the name creates pain because it stopped me from being able to do what I originally loved, which was acting.
Who's he? Carlton from Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
I've not seen that.
He had the classic dance, anyway.
I think I played the dance.
Yeah, it was in the corner. Yeah.
Was he wearing like pink or purple or something?
He wears a lot.
The problem
He's a rich
Like
son.
that dance.
Oh, okay.
It's funny because Will Smith can be in more movies after that because he casts himself as Will Smith. So he's Will Smith still. So he's Carlton, and in the show, he's
Oh, I see what
also
you're saying.
he's Will Smith.
Right.
So
He can't be typecast as himself, so it's fine.
yeah.
Well, I don't think that's why he did well outside.
No. I'm saying I'm just
Yeah,
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 'cause
yeah, I get it. Good joke.
Carlton's forever Carlton. Will Smith is Will Smith.
Uh-huh.
If you don't know that, so Will Smith is in that show.
Mm.
That's what got himself popular.
Okay.
And his name in the show is Will Smith.
Oh. I see.
What's another show that does that?
No, it wasn't Will Smith. It was just Will. His name was Will.
No,
The
Smith
Office does it with
His
the
last.
three.
What really?
Yes.
Last name?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, wasn't it?
Banks. Carlton Banks. It was Carlton. It was Banks.
No,
Right?
that's his mum's sister's husband's last name.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Banks
I wonder. Okay.
is
Fine. Did she just do it quietly? Yeah. And then.
I was just yawning.
Oh, yeah.
Continue.
Let's let you back in. Pop in that drug.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, Mikey used to come on here every time, and he would be yawning the whole bloody time.
yeah Will
Falling
Smith.
asleep while we're watching stuff.
His name is Will Smith. Will Smith. So,
Ah, there you go.
so
There's something new. He was Will Smith.
Thanks, Mike.
Is Will Smith.
and
We'll
he's
continue
trying to uncancel himself at the moment. So he's a bit in the rut too.
Oh, apparently, Bad Boys 4 is doing very well. So yeah.
He's also in something else. That's like. I swear he's making something else.
Oh yeah, I Am Legend 2's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, even though he died at
Yeah,
the
he
end of the
did
first one,
It's probably a different
Although there was
alternate
another-
ending.
they're going with the alternate ending.
I did like the alternate ending.
Yeah. So he instead of
He walks through them.
yeah.
Was he like they sense some humanity, or he senses humanity in them, or something like that?
No,
Isn't it about
he
saving
gives the
his-
girl back,
Yeah, and so they
say,
all right,
yeah,
cheers,
all right,
mate.
we're good.
You-
Yeah.
yeah, piss off.
Yeah. But in the real the theatrical version, they it blows up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go the other one. Why do you not want to set up the possibility for another movie?
I think I don't know the director.
Is that the
Was it?
director?
Sorry.
I was going to say the director.
Well, he shot both versions, so I think I'm pretty sure the studio would have chosen the version that was in the theater. Maybe they didn't want to go for
I would've thought it might
franchise.
have been
It was
the other
a
way
pretty kind of franchise. Like there wasn't a lot of franchises at that time, was there?
Because there are a lot of good
When
movies
did it
that
come
end
out?
just at one, and if they did make another, then you think it's not nearly as good as the first.
Mm.
There are some like that, so maybe go for that.
Yeah.
Q said he didn't die. Yes, sorry. The alternate ending's so good. Hollywood. It's Hollywood producers and studios.
Yeah.
They know jack about what is good.
Mm.
It was the studio. Yeah,
Have you seen that movie before? Is it?
No.
I Am Legend. It's pretty good.
great.
When did it come out?
7.
It was at the same time when I, Robot came out as well. That's a good movie too.
I wanna say
Seven.
within a couple of years.
No, I want to say
Yeah,
iRobot.
Yeah.
But I'm just guessing 2007. I'm Legend. No idea.
I'm
I
guessing
went- I went straight to
2004.
four.
Yeah.
Oh, it is 7.
It's
you're right.
2007.
Oh, is it?
And I Am
Good
Legend
guess.
2 is Michael B. Jordan as well.
Hmm.
Michael B. Jordan's in I Am Legend 2.
Yeah, cool. I like Michael B. Jordan.
It's because of that.
Magical Dragon.
I, Robot came out in 2004. I, Robot came out before I Am Legend.
Maybe the rest one.
I said 2004.
Oh, no.
before the movie.
What a pound at what?
No,
Oh,
because
he's-
a quick response because it's because of that drug over there. No, because of the respite, just had a bit of a power nap.
Yeah.
No, I can't.
Smell what?
Don't ask
This-
me to smell things.
Do you want to tell the audience about your smelly hand?
No, I'll
You have to now.
Okay, can we go back to our conversation?
my car.
Why
I have
are
a
we
car.
having side conversations?
Because we don't want to
can't-
talk about the smelling. It was a joke, so
Okay.
let's go back to our conversation.
Because that's all I smell right now. Every time I drink, I just smell.
Keep it
You
safe.
feel it?
Yeah, use your other hand.
Like you're meant to be doing.
That's nasty.
Does not smell good.
Stop it. Can you focus on the conversation, please? Have it. You just look. Go on, converse.
Give him an iPad.
Huh?
Give him an iPad to scroll.
I know, but yeah.
have a feeling it's really.
Like a child
Yeah, that's
at the restaurant.
Yeah, I really don't want to do that. If we have kids, can we not solve their problems by giving them iPads and stuff? Yeah, cool.
I'll give him that then.
Wait till life just.
Oh yeah,
drag you
I'm
to the
looking
ringer.
forward to
No
being
one's
like,
like,
just take it.
We got recording on this, kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Just- yeah.
I fully expect a lot of
Cut
things that I want
to-
to happen now to not make it, but I'll do what I can.
Have
Do
you
what I can.
heard of Brazil? I have a friend that's really interested in all films, and there was 2 versions of it.
Yes.
The original, which doesn't have a happy ending, the other one where it ends on a happy note.
No, the Brazil, the studio version, the theatrical version was the happy ending, but the director's cut is a mind-bending, wonderful
What movie
version.
was
Brazil. It's Terry Gilliam is the director. He directed 12 Monkeys and other very cool stuff. It's set in like it's a science fiction future movie.
I think it's old.
Yeah, it's pretty old. It's like 80s or something.
85.
And it's very kind of industrial. It looks old, but in the future.
Okay.
It's like maybe 30s styling, futuristic, and lots of pipes and maybe
So steampunk?
Yeah, kind of like pre-steampunk era, and yeah, it's very cool. It's got Robert De Niro's in it, and small character, but very. It's just weird and twisted, and
So they had 2 versions. One Hollywood made, which was bad, and one with the director's version was good.
well, it's a British director, so it's a British film. But again, studios get involved and they're like, what? Because the end is like, really like, oh, you're wrecked at the end of it. And so they go for a happy ending. Yeah. But brilliant. Great film.
Brazil. Is it set in Brazil?
Oh, why not? Let's look up the, what is it called?
The trailer.
The trailer. Yeah, that's it.
It doesn't do justice.
No, yeah, it's
Just
and
say
it's an
it,
old,
say it.
it's old.
You can comment on it.
Look at it. What's going on? What? Oh, I turned it off.
No, you didn't. He did.
Oh, it's
Like
there
an
was-
hour ago.
Lovely. Thank you very much.
It's childish, isn't it?
Still
Giggling in the corner.
Oh, there we go. It's in there.
It's the little things in life, you know.
He does it.
Oh,
I appreciate
He took my light. He took my light bulb.
bulb.
He does mind games. He took my light bulb out of my.
No, they're fun, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. He took my light bulb out of my.
If
So,
you got a bike when I had it, I'll be like, yeah, go for it, enjoy life a little bit. But people are just crazy.
Are you lashing?
That's
not
stupid.
yet.
And I'd imagine, how long ago did you have yours? I'd imagine more traffic now compared to when you.
Yeah, that too.
Because my dad used to, I think he owned like 12 or something.
12 motorbikes.
Yeah, 12 or 13 over the course of his life. Or like 30s or something. But yeah, he had some big crashes. He's got scars all along here from giant.
Long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was probably about 18, maybe 20 years ago. So
All right, ready to go.
Brazil.
Do you wake from your finest fantasy only to return to your daily nightmare? Is your mother about to look younger than you do?
It's so good.
Does the woman of your dreams
I love you. In my dreams, I love you.
still have a few doubts? Then it's time to take a stand. To break out of your dull, humdrum life and into Brazil.
So please, you will make it. Right this way.
Is this something you should watch with suicide?
That's what
And
I'm
the nightmare of reality.
We're all in this together.
Terrorist bombing.
I'm gonna get involved in anything else, Hey, trust me, Jack.
And late night shopping. True love.
You don't trust me?
Trust you? Trust you? Man hijacks my truck, loses me my job, has every security man in town looking for me? Of course I trust you.
I'm not trying to help.
Yeah.
And creative plumbing.
There's a problem. Can you fix it? No, I can't.
From Terry Gilliam, director of Time Bandits, Jonathan Price.
Sam, what are we going to do with him?
Robert De Niro.
I came into this game for the action, the excitement. Go in there, travel light, get in, get out, wherever there's trouble, a man alone.
Catherine Hilton. And Michael Palin.
We've always been close, haven't we? Yes, Jack. Well, until this all blows over, just stay away from me.
Brazil. It's only a state of mind.
We're all in it together, kid.
It's
And then we want to remake good things on get remade.
so he works for like an NSA type company, like it's always they're like the man always spying on everybody, and then he becomes sort of the target of an investigation or something like that. Yeah,
It's on
really,
Disney Plus.
Really good.
It's on Disney.
Director's cut. Do not watch the theatrical cut.
How am I supposed to know which one?
The minutes, I'm guessing. Director's cut.
Yeah, you could check out which has the longest
Interesting
duration. It would be longer, I'd say. Yeah, it's very very cool. Weird as hell.
Interesting.
It looks weird.
Yeah. Yeah, because he's questioning his own sanity half the time. So yeah.
So just the ending is
Because
different.
there's fantasy elements to it, like he's sort of in dreams half the time as well. So yeah.
Melina said it was crazy, especially since some drama went on during the height of the tension in the film. For my friend with one viewers, my friend Indy would agree with you on that.
Would agree with me on what?
I don't know. At one point, she said that when you were talking.
Oh, okay.
I assume.
But yeah. Nah, it's great. Good film. Good suggestion.
Brazil.
Brazil.
Is that what it's from?
That's a Brazilian music.
Oh.
Yeah, so I guess it ties in with the title.
Watching the director's cut and not the theatre cut.
Ah, yes, that's what she agrees with. Yeah, got it.
How am I supposed to know which one's what? There's only one option that comes up. Brazil.
Alright, let's pick another one. Let's look at something.
How many movies with director's cuts that are actually worse? Like, for example,
Director's
Donnie
cut that
Darko.
are
I've
worse.
only seen Donnie Darko, but people say the original was actually better. I like the score better.
It kind of was. The director's cut for Donnie Darko kind of over-explained it a little bit, a bit too much. Whereas the theatrical cut, whilst you didn't know exactly what was going on, it made it more interesting. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah,
but
I've only seen it.
Most director's
Have you
cuts
seen
are
Donnie
better.
Darko?
How about you?
No.
How about you, chat?
Oh, you gotta watch it.
Director's cuts that are worse than the original.
Could you click on the top right panel? I'm interested by that.
This
No, the Instagram.
Black and white.
Yeah,
The text.
Ah.
Yeah, that one.
A fact is information minus emotion. An opinion is information plus experience. Ignorance is an opinion lacking information. And stupidity is an opinion that ignores facts. A fact. Let's show it to the people. No, not that one.
So
Yes, sir. We're quiet, so Mikey can process.
No, I'm trying to link it to like politics, like to like Trump and Biden or something.
No, it's just about.
I know, just in general, but I'm trying to think what side is what.
It's not about sides.
You don't. It's not linked. To
I know.
anything.
I know.
So what are you doing?
I'm just trying to like clock like something.
Yeah, but you're clocking the wrong way.
Figure that out.
I'm on the stupidity.
All right,
side of it.
let's spell it out.
I can read it. I get it. A fact is information minus emotion. Yeah.
Right, minus emotion.
It's just
right?
it's
Here's
a fact.
what it is.
Yeah.
Right.
Opinion is information plus experience.
Right.
Yeah, I get that. Ignorance is opinion lacking information. Yeah, and a stupidity is an opinion that ignores a fact.
Yeah.
We should have spoke about what we spoke. It was just the three of us the other day about like how I constantly need answers for everything. I can't like accept anything. Like say, oh yeah, okay. Unless I understand it.
Yeah.
I should have said that for now.
But do you walk around not knowing a lot of things?
Well, I'd imagine so.
So therefore you accept it, don't you? Because you continue walking around.
In
Right?
terms of
So
like
you're
if
choosing
someone's
what
wanting
you-
me to change my behaviour, I need to know why.
It's got to be a specific direct.
It has to be related.
It comes to light. Okay, like the elephant in the room. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it can't be just
Yeah.
like random things because
Yeah.
I don't know a gazillion things. But if something's wanting to be different or if something's having an impact on me or in any sense,
Like
I
don't
have to know why.
you have to wear a
But
seatbelt.
how deep down the rabbit hole do you
wanna
go
know
to
why you have to wear a
why?
It depends on the thing, I suppose. If it's someone wanting me to change my behaviour around them, I want to know why because then I may be able to say, okay, well, this is the actual problem.
Like,
Me
you
changing my
deep-
behaviour.
Deep down root, no, why? Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Or if it's something like, it's uncomfortable or something like that. Just something simple, just a basic emotion that doesn't actually require any uncovering, then that's fine. But
Doesn't it sound like most people though?
I'm a bit obsessive with it though. Well, apparently, I'd say so.
I'm very much just.
I think you and I are like that as well. Like I always.
I like to know why.
I need to
I
know.
just
Like
need
if I
to
get
know
if
why.
I get an equation, I don't like having to remember equation for certain things. I want to know how they came to the equation. That way, no matter what the situation changes, I can actually boom on the fly change it, not just limited by this one equation you have to remember.
I think
It means
I
you don't fully
think
understand how it came about. So you're
I think
just
you may-
using a second portion.
I think you actually mean you don't want just the answer. You like the equation, so
No,
you can,
I want to know
break it apart.
I want to know how it came about. If you said something that was like a trigger to me, I want to know what went
Where
through
did you
your
say it?
mind at the time of why you said that. If you don't understand that, then how can you understand anything that comes out of the person's mouth? And you can just you're just going to take it based on your emotions at that time. So I understand where you come from.
That's right.
So it's not that bad.
Wait a second,
Seems
sorry,
seems like you're like.
Well,
it's like you're a bit too excessive, like you said, like.
Yeah.
Like badgering the witness, sort of
I
excessive.
suppose so. Yeah, not in the sense of being aggressive or hostile, not at all, but just repetitive. They'll give me an answer, and I'm not happy with that. It doesn't explain enough, so I say why again, and then they'll give me another answer that takes like 30 seconds. And instead of me saying, "Oh, okay, I see it from that way," but I'm not quite sure, I'll just say why, just why, till I get down deeper to the actual reason. Like all the time. I mean, it didn't happen today. What was it about? I don't remember any of it.
You're not listening to me.
Shit, that
Oh,
was
here it is. Let's go.
Yeah, you remember it now.
Livy's turn. Let's tell a story.
No, I
Livy.
know, that's what I'm saying. Go further. Like, what do you mean? I don't remember.
No, well, okay, I was
should.
already like tense because I didn't really have a crash and I was angry at that person, so I didn't have much patience. And I have been looking after you a lot, and for like past 2 weeks, and so when he got to my house, we got in my room. Well, he's like, "Oh, let's hug," and then he's like, "Oh," he just like pulled up the covers. I don't want to go underneath the covers because I've made my bed and I want my bed to be made. And then, but he still wanted it, and so we did that. And then he was annoying me in some way, or like we were wanting to watch a TV show. We're watching Dexter at the moment, but he's wanting to watch The Boys now because that came out. And so he's like, "I want to watch that now." So I'm like, "But
Yes, it can
okay, yeah, you said can be, but that's what you wanted."
Yeah.
And then there's other things, and I was just getting frustrated. And so then I left the room and I just hugged Mum just to like decompose. And then I realized that like I was a bit aggravated or like tense and just not happy because
Short fuse already.
I was doing all these like just like little minor tiny things that, but it was always just what Alexandra wanted, nothing about me.
Yeah.
And so I was like annoyed because I'm like, I've spent like 2 weeks doing everything for you, and then you're like, we're just doing everything that like
can you not see that?
suits you. And so, but to get to that point, I was just saying like how I can't remember what I said, but like I said, I just feel like
we've been doing everything you wanted to do.
Yeah.
And then I go on to say,
you've been ungrateful.
Yeah, I suppose maybe.
I don't know, but
I don't think so.
But where did you?
So you're saying,
So
so
I-
you're
I-
saying that if she states multiple times that
Couples therapy.
she looked after for a couple of weeks, and then all these other things, it's not showing gratitude.
Yeah, it could be
not
seen
being
as
grateful.
that. What I think I did.
What happened? Like I said to him, like when I came back into the room, I was like a bit more not as like tense. And like, "Oh, I feel like we've just been doing everything that you want to do," and he goes, "Well, wait, but we have watched your show because like one night we're watching Dexter, but then I'm like, oh, I don't want to watch anymore. Like, I just want to take a break. And say, okay, cool. So he's like, but so we did do some things that you wanted to do.
And I just quickly as well, I also said that I've been in hospital and had COVID for a week and a half, been in bed the whole time. So it's not really doing anything that I wanted to do. As like, it's not like I said, oh, let's do this, let's go out tonight or whatever like that.
Yeah, it's like a want.
And it's not to take away from the fact that she's been looking after me and doing everything for me. So it's been about me this whole time. Not necessarily, it's not like I've had a good time either, but it's probably a lack of acknowledgement of her part and her contribution. And then when I am feeling better, which is now, not respecting her wishes to do something different.
Yeah.
Even if it's minor as like not making the bed.
Yeah.
Something like that, because it's been so long and previously tense. Then bigger the straw.
Yeah.
And so to get to this point of us understanding each other, it was going through the point of me saying something more broad, being like, I feel like we're just doing what you want, and then I was going to be like, but why? I don't understand. No, we haven't.
So you had
and
to
so
dissect
it's
the whole
dissect
thing.
it down to this point, and so that took
Because
a
she said
while.
she didn't want to watch it, so I asked why. She
Yeah.
said, I just don't really feel like it. Why?
Yeah.
And that kind of keep questioning. I'm not very good at just accepting something if I
and
don't
so I was
understand
like
it.
to him, like, can't
Which
you
is
just
good
be
and bad,
like,
depending on the
oh,
situation.
I see that you're upset with the situation. Oh, I'm sorry that you feel this way. Can we? It's more like, oh, but why? But there's no hardcore, like, there's no physical proof.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
It's
Because
the
if you're on the same wavelength, you wouldn't have that clash already. Because they're out of sync. So if someone really wants to fix it and be in sync, they actually have to understand why, because they're not at that frequency. So they need to go deep and go why, and then go, okay, now I understand. And boom, now we harmonise. But everyone else perceives it because no one wants to deal with their problems, and they brush it off. And then anyone who comes into this realm and they goes on and explains their story like you are now, and you go, and then you just even brush it off for yourself and go, no, it's too excessive. No, that you need to go deep if you want to understand how something works when you're on the same wavelength.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you really care. So therefore he really cares, or he has some condition that makes him care,
Yeah.
but he still acts like he cares. And going through the whole process, even if it might be difficult to find out, how do I get on the same wavelength and to work on it. So
Yeah,
that
but
to me is
in a state, she was already in a state of agitation,
What I
and
need
it's
to
just
do is
additional
buffer it.
agitation on top.
What I
but
need to do
that's
is
that's
I
her
get
that's
where
her
you're
to
coming
mind.
from.
That's her to mind that. Because
Yeah,
if
but
it's someone
they
who wants
came
to
to-
learn,
they came
I
to
know,
it,
but
yeah,
you're just saying that. But that's yours to mind.
It's our communication of how we communicate to each other and how we understand our communication. We have two very different. I'm more emotional person, and how my nature is I'm more of a person who just tends to give or just like accepts things. Whereas Alexander is a lot more logical and needs reasons. And so when we're in conflict, and it's hard to then communicate the stuff because we communicate two completely different ways, and so then
You just
trying to
described that
understand.
female to male. Emotional, logical.
And so what we probably need to do is you need to be with certain things more direct and clear. And what I need to do is provide more of a buffer when I ask questions or respond to you. Instead of immediately saying or moving on to like the solution, I need to be more acknowledging of how you're feeling. Because if I acknowledge you, you feel heard, and then less likely to try and reinforce your point and make you feel exacerbated and then get upset. Which then makes it even worse. So both do that.
We're good at coming to understanding eventually.
Yeah.
That's good.
And it doesn't really take us long. And
No.
most of the time, and we do frequently have kind of conversations about ways to better communicate and just gel together.
Yeah. That's great.
Isn't that right?
Yeah.
I was going to say, she just rips out the caveman client and just walks over.
Right, now we're talking now.
Why don't you just go to sleep?
Some couple therapy on what nonsense.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That's good.
Thank you.
That's nice.
Oh, everything's numb.
Everything's numb.
Yeah, I can't get comfortable.
Everything's done. Now, where have we gone? Yeah, we've got about 15 minutes.
We've been going for 15 minutes.
No, we've got an hour and 15, but we've got 15 minutes left about. And
Of what? Does it just end?
well, we'll wrap it up. Like,
okay.
people get tired, and
I thought it just comes in.
I'm gonna edit.
Leave him in limbo. Like, torture him. He asked you a question, you should just let
What
him
was the
know.
question?
Does it just end? I asked. I thought I'm good, basically. I'm good to keep going. Never mind. But, I mean, I was sick and feeling really tired. But I don't feel alright, so I'm cool.
About you, he'll be honest.
That's what I just did. I was like, that's
I know,
oh,
I
okay.
did tickle
Yeah,
yourself,
okay,
yeah.
cool.
No one else thought.
Yeah. Thank you. So, you good?
Milena said
It's a soft stab.
a fair way back.
Yeah.
Brazil is one.
Don't remember watching it.
Is the one he showed 2 weeks ago. You should actually check him out on Instagram. Pasa Sinai Pictures Show.
What?
Relationships sound complicated.
I don't know what you
A
said.
while back, Milena said those things. And then she said relationship sounds complicated.
No.
Right.
Just relationships in general with people. Everyone's different.
Yeah. I think she's talking about Brazil at that point.
Yeah. You can actually check him out on
But men
Zoom.
we just tend to ignore a bone or flock-ended horse. I'm sure it can give me. I don't know what you
Relationships
You know that
sound
expression?
complicated. Yes, relationships are complicated. I'm not good at them, as you know.
Well, we have a great one down, I think.
That's good.
Now, he said if you have a breakup that you guys will still be friends, and I have said I agreed, yes. That you're allowed to still talk to each other.
I'm in the prenup.
Cool. What about me?
No, you're off guard, so sorry, you're mine.
Too close to home. Too close to home.
Well, I can't really catch up with you. I can't really come over to your house, can I?
Just play Val.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Play Val. What's Val?
Valorant.
Video game
Valorant.
that we don't play anymore, but
People still play that.
I want to start playing it again. Just started. Well, I played one game yesterday, but so. What did you play it or you used to know? Okay, yeah.
Alright. Let's
Fortnite.
have a look
I
at some.
don't touch that. I don't want to.
I've touched Fortnite since 2019.
I have a little racing sim thing at home, which I do a lot. Like an actual steering wheel and pedals, and that's quite fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Every half an hour, this camera turns off of you.
Yeah, put it on.
You said you want to be able
Oh,
to screen.
this is interesting. You'll like this.
You can be beside the camera. Just switch it away. It's been promoted.
Yeah. The backstage tech guy.
Maybe. We'll see.
What's the monkey effect? Is he gonna
Let's have a
explain
look.
Have you guys heard of the 100th monkey effect? Because Wikipedia says that this is a claim and a theory, but there's some pretty serious evidence about this effect. So in 1952, on the island of Koshima in Japan, scientists were providing monkeys with sweet potatoes dropped in the sand. The monkeys liked the sweet potato, but they didn't like the sand. They didn't like the dirt. Eventually, one female monkey started washing potatoes in a nearby stream, which then taught others, and then eventually this whole little tribe of monkeys starts washing their potatoes. But it took time, and the more and more monkeys that were doing it, of course others would learn. But that's not the crazy part. But then another pod of monkeys hundreds of miles away on another island that were being observed by scientists started washing their potatoes out of the blue. This is known as the 100th monkey effect, and it's basically that your DNA transcends distance and time, the time-space continuum. And the information that became encoded in the monkey's DNA that started washing those potatoes transcended distance and connected to the DNA through the consciousness of, per se, the Earth into the other monkeys who then started spontaneously washing their potatoes. This is also referred to sometimes as critical mass. It's when a certain percentage of, let's say, people become aware of something and all of a sudden it spreads rapidly, not just by word of mouth, but consciousness. Have you guys...
Right.
I love this.
It does happen to people. I've heard about it. Like they do tests or something in England, and once people start getting it right, then it takes them a while to get it right or something like that, and then they'll give them to tests to somewhere else in the world, and then they'll start getting it faster than the first lot of people, and the more people they test it on, the quicker they get it than the original tested people. Something like that.
How is it controlled though?
It's a vague memory of a thing. But you said you kind of...
Oh no, well initially I thought it was talking about something, a different experiment that I learned back in psychology, but it wasn't this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
What were you thinking?
Monkeys were put into a room, monkeys like bananas.
Ah, yeah.
With a banana up high, monkeys would climb and get the banana. Every time they'd get it,
Yeah.
the water would spray, so
Yeah.
then they would stop. But then they'd introduce a new monkey. That monkey would go up, try to get the banana, get sprayed, and it would keep doing that, and eventually the monkeys just wouldn't do it at all. And then when they introduced more monkeys, those monkeys would beat up the other monkeys when they tried to get it, because they knew if they got the banana, they get sprayed. And eventually they replaced all the monkeys, so they got rid of all the original ones, and then they only had the new ones, which were conditioned to not get that and would fight off any other monkeys to get it. So they were all doing this behavior, but none of them actually knew why.
Yeah.
That's what I thought this was, but it's something different.
Like a trained behaviour thing, yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a similar thing with people. Have you seen the standing up and sitting down one?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you've seen it as well.
I haven't.
Okay, so and for those
Same
who don't
principle,
know-
but with humans and standing in a room.
Yeah, so they'll start with like say the four people who are in on it, and one person is not. They'll let off a sound, and they'll
I think
stand
it's
up.
like a bell or something like that.
Everyone's, but yeah, a bell or whatever.
And
Everyone
the
stands
guy
up.
not knowing like, what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, and then he'll
Conforming
stand up
them.
eventually, and all right, and then the bell will go off again, and they'll sit down, and they just
It
start
was in a
doing it,
doctor's
and then
waiting
they
room
start.
that they just cycled through, so it was only the new people, and they would all stand up, but none of them knew why.
They just got trained. Yeah, that's how how easy people are to train.
Manipulated.
Yeah, and there was, I saw another one with in an elevator. So
Facing the different.
yeah, facing the wrong way.
Yeah.
So and then like the control guy is a normal guy, gets in the elevator and turns around as you would, and then three people get in and face him.
So it's like,
and he's like, oh,
yeah,
he turns around. And then they start doing some more, and then eventually as they're in the elevator, just randomly they'll turn, and then the guy's like, what the? And he's facing that, what the? And so then they'll turn that way, and then they'll turn again, and he's like, he just ends up following them.
Surely you just ask why.
What's the deal?
Like I said, I heard of that experiment. I assume that one was the one you said before.
Yeah.
But that one, like it's interesting, and I'm sure there are some phenomena like it, but I don't understand. It may be related to quantum mechanics. I imagine it's the closest thing that I can think of it. But just the connection of consciousness, kind of connecting over that period. Like my first thought when they said that is, well, did the monkeys that they were also looking at also have the potatoes in sand or in dirt, and they just didn't like that, so they did the same thing that one female did?
Yeah, right.
Like,
yeah.
Are they then, like what you said, are they counting and controlling for every possible variable?
Yeah.
Not to mention one of them may have just done it and like the taste of water with it. So that's why I'm like, what's more likely? We missed a control variable, or
Most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about the jet engine? Wasn't that actually
jet engine?
Yeah, invented by people two guys that were not linked to each other?
I think there is a phenomenon of,
or we're just in the matrix.
Yeah.
And it's just.
I mean, based on how quickly everything's advancing with technology and VR and all that, maybe possible.
It's not. I don't think it's unusual for humans to come up with similar ideas at similar times.
Well, not at
with
all.
With similar inputs.
We're
So
in
you
the
come
same
up with similar
evolutionary state.
inventions and-
Our mental states and capabilities are similar.
Yeah.
We perceive the world generally in the same way, in terms of like visual and ocular and sensation.
Yeah, but I think the kicker with what
Is there
video
was
was it was an island.
Yeah.
It's secluded usually, So
Yeah.
They don't really have a TV to turn on, Channel 9 News or whatever. So.
I mean, if monkeys had a TV, I don't think they'd turn on news, but.
Have you heard of the idea of like a hive consciousness or like
Yeah,
a collective consciousness?
Yeah, we're all linked and.
Yeah, so
cool.
That's another possibility as to why people can have ideas around the same time over different.
With my incredibly limited and virtually non-existent knowledge of quantum mechanics, I remember just reading or listening once. Basically, there were two particles that were at great distances apart from each other, like light years. And then when one charge switches from negative to positive, the opposite one does.
Yeah.
So, and they're connected in that way. Whatever happens to one happens to the other. Quantum entanglement. Yeah. Which that's the only thing is similar-ish to that.
Yeah.
It was really interesting because I remember as well. As far as we know, nothing I believe can travel faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
But I was reading that nothing with information can travel faster than the speed of light. I think again, nothing that can transmit information.
Well, it did in a sense because it switched over
That's what I'm about
at
to
the
say.
fastest speed of
Yeah.
light. So
that's what I'm about to say. So I'm assuming that's incorrect. And this is me trying to remember something that I read like 10 years ago.
Well, because you're comparing Newtonian physics to
You read
quantum
that at
physics.
12 years old?
So that's where.
Yeah, I was really bored.
That's
I
what.
was really into this
12.
stuff
Yeah.
back
Wow.
I was really into the stuff back at like early high school, like late primary school. I
Yeah.
was just all my
Quantum mechanics.
Well, all my like YouTube and everything I'd read would all be just really crazy and cool science phenomenon.
Yeah.
And I would just be obsessed with all of it. I thought it was really cool. There are some planets that rain diamonds. It's pretty cool.
I've heard of that. Yeah. The
Weird.
pressure's so great that it rains diamonds. Yeah.
Weird science.
Yeah, if you love technology or understanding things, it's a good time to be alive right now.
Yeah.
You didn't have assignments where everyone borrowed the same Britannica encyclopedia book from the library. You got all this data, so it's a good time to be alive.
Malaya has heard of that collective consciousness.
We don't know enough about it to really say one way or another.
Yeah. The collective consciousness.
Yeah. They're all interconnected in a way.
Any theories or ideas as to how?
I don't know. One would be maybe to do with the aura. So, for example, we can sense people looking at us. We can't visually, but we feel it.
Yeah, so different plane of sensation.
I think it was recent one of the studies where it was showing that every pulsate of the heartbeat actually releases a magnetic field, and that's basically our aura. So that can be detected on.
That would make sense. Electrical impulses.
Yeah, we are electrical. We've got mitochondria, so that's all the engine. So, so I believe that. And I believe that some people are more. It's like with man-made sensors, you can get something that's more and more sensitive to detect magnetism. We even do it with the hard drive with the little head that's like a micron above, spinning around at 7,800 RPM. It's writing and reading magnetic fields, and it's isolating it to that spot. So some people are more sensitive that they can probably detect the magnetic field and an aura from somebody else, and it probably has a daisy chain. Maybe we're all connected in a certain way like that. And intuition, we can sort of people take and absorb other people's energy and they feel it as well. So how far does that expand, or does it tie into connect the dots with people?
Then you're leaning into what psychic energy and stuff like that, or
why couldn't it be? Because I reckon it would be.
Yeah.
Because if it's a field, and they're saying like with the meditation, the chakra, and you expand it out, so when we get angry, we tend to feed off in other people as well.
I mean, you can walk into a room and something's off, right? So, but that's the thing. I think some people are more sensitive to these things than others, and I think in our modern society, for the last 100 years, we've trying to beat as much of that kind of stuff out of ourselves as possible.
Yeah, so disconnect it.
Disconnect.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about that on the way to Ainsbury today. I was looking at the clouds and I thought, these clouds look like a Renaissance kind of painting.
Yeah.
And I thought, I wonder, there's got to be like no one else thinking that right now, because we're all so distracted with traffic and driving and on our phones. I was looking at them.
There's a lot of people out there, conspiracy theories, that just look up at the sky.
Yeah.
They'll be visualizing other things as well.
Yeah.
So,
but relating to the magnetic pulses, when I was younger, I wanted to get a neodymium magnet implanted in my finger, because a lot of people, the nerves and neurons actually kind of connect with it, and a lot of people actually end up, if they're putting their fingers close to like electrical wires, they can feel the actual electricity and the power in the power outlet or whatever it is.
I feel like I can hear it sometimes. I can hear.
That could just be the high
pitch frequency. Yeah, particularly like TVs and stuff like that. I can hear them
TVs,
from outside houses.
Yeah, but that's all electrical components, and you get the capacitors and things that just.
My computer has like a whine depending on what's happening on the screen because of the power going through the actual graphics card.
Right.
The coils.
The coils. Yeah. The frequency of it. Yeah. So. Yeah.
So I'm just hearing.
And the plasmas, they had a lot of EMF coming out of it as well. So. Yeah.
Like I can't watch TV at home with my old TV. It was very annoying because my parents, they don't hear it because they're older. But whenever the screen would go lighter coloured, the pitch would increase of the sound of the TV itself. so then it'll go to a dark screen. So it's just I'm sitting there going, "This is unbelievable."
That would drive you insane.
It did, yeah. My ears are pretty good, so it was very annoying.
Plus with the ADHD, right? Like people chewing and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. It's not like
it's annoying to the point where it's like if you're tinnitus, it's just going on and off. No, that's annoying. I've had one too. It's like that frequency hum, like the battens for our lights, and you can hear a hum and it'll just change pitch. I hear it. It depends. Some people I think more tune than others. Even certainly LED lights, I can see the flickering.
Yes,
that's just like
fluorescent lights.
No, even just LED lights.
I'm talking about LED lights. I see
Have you
the
noticed the light in my bathroom and in my toilet? It flickers. Like, no, it's very annoying. Can't sit there. Yeah. It's incredibly far. Like if you're not paying attention, looking for it, it's hard to know.
Is this light? Your light?
Yeah, it's at my house. You can see the LED just flickering super fast.
Right.
Or TVs. If you look at your peripheral vision, you can see them flickering on and off really quickly.
Yeah.
I don't know about the new ones, but at least the one I had.
From an angle.
Just like my peripheral vision, you could see go very subtle, but it's there. I really wanted to get those really big old TVs, the big square
ones.
Yeah, I wanted to take that apart and get the Fresnel lens out of it because it's a giant lens that's this big.
Yeah.
And you can use it as a magnifying glass and it gets to like 3,000 degrees. I really wanted one.
You're not allowed to have one.
Didn't get one at one point.
He built himself a solar death ray.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
You got a solid death ray?
Yeah, got a 3-meter satellite dish and lined it with mirrors, and I was able to burn some awesome things with it.
That's really cool.
Yeah, so I want to actually do something more with it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, run basically through the focal point, have basic steam combustion.
I was gonna say water, yeah.
Yeah, even if you want to just tie it into basic convention of your water tank.
Just to heat it up.
Just heat it up, cycle through.
Give me a call, I'll be there. That's cool.
So, and I want something that goal ideally would be something that can be so compact as well.
That'll be what, using the sun though still?
Yeah, so you can have it mounted on there. It'll do tracking. Because I was working
Tracking
with
the
the
sun.
Arduinos, so you can
yeah.
tie it in with tracking with the sun.
Yeah.
And then you can tie it into steam, heating it up. Excess energy can do the turbine and
really
just
cool.
run off other things. It could be just something that could be motorized. Could be in the little chamber there, just something that's small. You know, and you can have multiple of them, so you don't have to have large dishes on your roof, massive ones. You can have small ones, but just modular, so more of them.
Have you played with microwave transformers?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I want to. I mean, I'll probably die immediately. Like, I'll touch them.
It's like that,
yeah,
that dude on TikTok who's always electrocuting himself.
Yeah, that's the running guy, but with the
Styro.
the Megatron, there it is. You're talking in the microwave,
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this guy Nature, might as well quote him, Nature's Jab, follow on Instagram. He every morning, because of the American time zone, he's basically paralysis, I think. Someone will have to quote me right on that.
Paralysis?
No, it's I don't know exactly what it was, I can't correct it. So I'll explain what it is and we can look it up. But I think the technology's been out for about, 6 decades. So they use microwaves to reverse basically plastic into 3 primary compounds.
Yeah.
So, but he has,
well,
yeah.
right?
Well, I'll tell you. So what he does is he creates it. He's got a chamber, and he feeds in grinded plastic in there. He depressurized it, but I don't know if it's depressurized, but he's putting inert gas in it. And then the microwaves, instead of heating up the oxygen, it's heating up the plastic, breaks it down into the 3 primary components, which is carbon, pure carbon comes out, natural gas, and biodiesel.
That's really
Yeah, I've
that's
seen
with
that
the
guy.
Is it in his
microwaves.
backyard?
Yeah,
I think I've seen it.
Yeah, African American guy.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
But he's recovering in hospital at the moment. Yeah, had an accident. He just
super surprised.
Yeah, I
An
think it was
accident?
gas leakage and then exploded.
Yeah.
And he's burnt his legs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Do you know Styro Pyro? First, you would have seen him.
Maybe.
He messes with insane lasers, and he wires up like 100 car batteries together and then uses to science experiments. He makes ruby lasers. A lot of it's laser based.
Sick. No, I don't think I have.
And he deals with a lot of like really cool chemicals. He makes plasma generators, so just plasma of death just flying through the air, Tesla coils, that kind of thing.
That's cool.
I love
have
this
to
guy.
give you that one. Then you got the one that Daniel mentioned. This funny Iranian guy.
Electro Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good. Yeah,
he's-
he obviously knows like what he's doing really.
Of course he
well.
does. Have you seen the
So
one
he
where he
could
goes
do-
to all the hotels every time and he always wants to check their
Yeah, I think
their
so.
wiring system and
Yeah.
just
Look up just on Instagram, Dan, Styro
Hey.
Pyro. When you ever search.
Styro Pyro
Yeah,
on Instagram.
yeah, because I think he's got a page. STYRO Pyro, I think. Because based on what sounds like you're into that, I think you'd find that really cool.
besides wanting to reverse, plastics into basically those primary components, what do you want to do with the
I just wanted to use it to make a super electromagnet because I find magnets really fun, and then you can also use it to melt anything.
just yellow magnets?
Yeah.
Basically,
Down there.
I made myself a
Is
door
it there?
shed that it was no handles, it's all
It
magnets.
was one
and when you
go
lock,
delete
just
one thing.
It's all
That's
really
really cool.
magnets everywhere, all from the
It's Star
hard drives.
Max.
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah.
The top one. Top one.
Okay.
Top one. The purple guy with the laser.
Star Trek.
I don't know how much. So it does
Oh,
like
yeah,
storm.
he's funny.
It does
That
like
video
storm
was that
chasing.
about the guy in Melbourne or Victoria? The one who was.
I wasn't looking at it.
Oh, you weren't.
Look how many car batteries there.
Huh?
Oh, it hasn't got much on his Instagram page,
Not
but he turns microwaves into lasers. Yeah, that plasma. I put the sound on this. He's quite good.
At all. Making me
Oh, yeah.
cut with a knife, and it can form alloys that are liquid at room temperature. Now there's something even more crazy about indium, and it's how it got its name. It's actually named after the color indigo. Now what's so indigo about that silvery metal? Let's feed some to the demon circuit and find out. Sure enough, when blasted with electricity, it produces a deep indigo plasma. In fact, its unique indigo emission is how it was discovered in the first place. If I put a diffraction grating over my camera, you can see the two distinct lines that give indium plasma its color. Pretty cool, right?
Yeah,
Indium is famous for being
cool stuff. Scroll down a bit more, you might see some cool lasers there, just some basic twin
Lasers.
Space laser.
Ooh, look at all those awesome laser beams. Do you know which one's the strongest? If you guessed the green one, you're wrong. I'm sorry, that's actually a trick question. It's actually the invisible one. That's an infrared laser. Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I have some cool ones at home.
Ooh, look at all those awesome laser beams. Do you know which one's the strongest?
Green is normal.
If you
because of the wavelength, but
Infrared heats up.
I had a green laser pointer.
That's why you get the dot mats. They're infrared.
Yeah,
dot
yeah, but
mats.
this was a different one.
So that heats up your muscles, heats up the dot.
Oh, yeah.
I had a.
So it's just amplifying. Sorry, the
No,
amplifying
yeah.
that frequency. and Just
Right.
yeah, by rate of heats up.
Wow.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
All right. I had some powerful green laser pointers, just
Yeah.
like cheap Chinese ones that I shouldn't have. And I was pulling it apart just to see if I could make it any stronger.
Yeah.
And then I accidentally took off just some kind of lens, and I turned it on, and it turned into an infrared laser pointer, which is cool, but you can't see the beam. So
Yeah, you
even-
went-
Yeah,
you
like
can't
a
see
remote
even
control,
when-
it's infrared.
Yeah, except if it goes in your eye, you're instantly blind.
Yeah.
Or off a reflection. So I just threw it out because I can't muck with that.
Have you seen that TikTok of that dude that was?
Oh, you have to wear glasses.
Yeah, you would have to. Yeah. And I did not have them.
Sorry, let's see. Just look through your phone and just tape
Yeah,
it around
exactly.
there because your camera sees infrared.
Infrared, yeah.
you know,
That's what
those
I did.
cameras
That's how I
that-
found
Oh,
out. it was
really?
infrared.
Yeah, have you seen the videos where they're Airbnbs and they're going to
Yeah,
cameras?
yeah,
cameras
yeah.
That's detects infrared. The camera.
Yeah.
So
And
you just put make your own little. What is it? Apple
Goggles.
Apple Vision, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You have your own
My MetaQuest.
MetaQuest now,
Yeah.
so you can.
Yeah.
There you go. Put that on. You can play with your lasers, man.
Oh, yeah. But that's how I found out because it stopped working. I was like, oh, that's not good. And I thought about just looking at it. I was like, hang on a second. And I was like, oh, okay, now it's bad.
Lucky
So
you
I just-
didn't do that.
Yeah, so I got rid of it straight away. 'cause I can't have
I'm that stupid. I probably just removed it.
What's going on? No, go get a motorbike. You ain't gonna die from a motorbike. You die from the
that.
shoes.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Wow. Yeah, I used to love this stuff so much. I mean, I still do, but.
So it makes you blind straight away, no matter what.
Yeah, if it's strong enough, even staring at the spot on the wall, regardless of if it's reflecting at you, because it's always reflecting somewhat, but it'll damage your eyes. Just staring at the spot. It doesn't have to be
So it's
infrared.
direct.
Direct instant blind, of a reflection instant blind, just a spot on the wall, damage, and over time blindness. Depending on the strength of the laser, obviously.
You mean like if it's bouncing off the wall and back at you?
Not even back at you, but well, everything you can see is because
Well,
light's
it's
reflecting back
reflecting
at you
back,
anyway.
that's right.
But in terms of even an indirect, so
Yeah.
it's just like, see how you can see this?
Yeah.
Light is still bouncing from that
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So if a laser was here, even
Yeah.
not at the angle to bounce,
Yeah.
it will cause damage.
Wow.
Then
And
that
you bought how many? Did you like join them together?
no, I have a couple though, but I try not to play with them because I would play with them constantly if I wanted to, but then I'll.
End up
I
blind.
like seeing.
You got your goggles now.
I don't have goggles yet.
No, you
The meta.
Oh, these are those, yeah. But then they'll destroy the camera.
Yeah.
They'll destroy the camera immediately.
Now guys need a new phone.
What can you protect it with? What filters?
Well, even
Don't
if you use a
encourage
filter,
it.
you won't be able to
Lasers.
see it anyway.
Just don't.
Because like the filter cuts out
Is
the
that
beam.
infrared glasses?
You'll only be able to
Is
see
there
a
way
very
of
faint dot.
converting it into a certain frequency that's visible on the.
Oh,
way?
you probably have to put infrared filter
Like
and then.
mad scientist.
Oh, I was gonna say different filter,
Okay.
but then they'll just revert it back. Maybe a set of mirrors, opaque mirrors, to disperse it, so it's less
But this
concentrated.
guy's playing around with a laser that's burning you instantly.
Oh, he's got proper goggles on. But when he's playing with them, he can't actually see the laser. Because if the goggles work well, if they're doing what they're meant to do, they cut out that frequency. They don't allow whatever frequency the goggles are
Right.
meant
Yeah,
to.
you wouldn't see it at all.
He can't.
Yeah.
He can't see it when he's playing with it. Because if you can see it, it's getting through.
No, it's gotta be way.
So you can't see
Oh,
it without
look
the
at that.
glasses.
Okay,
I
now
think
I'm
you'd be
back.
able to see it.
Tell me how. Tell me how. Tell me how.
How to what?
How? Why? Why isn't there a way to see it? I thought there's always a yin and yang.
If I knew
There's
why, I'd
always-
probably create the way, and I wouldn't be sitting
I thought
here.
they'd just give up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you guys
I'll have
seen
to
that?
Google that.
Have you seen that TikTok?
I think you'd be able to see a faint dot, but you'd see no beam. Like it would be like a tenth of its original brightness power. I keep forgetting we're on a podcast. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
people listening
Okay.
right now.
So, did you guys see that TikTok where
Intrigued on it.
he had like a barium, like a radiation like a sphere, radiates.
and
he opens it
yeah,
up
with a screwdriver, and it dropped.
and then he dropped it, and
Yes. And 9 people died, I think.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The Devil's Call.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, something like that.
It was a uranium core or something like that from a nuclear bomb or something like that. And when you closed it, imagine an egg, right, like this, and then a bigger one around it, a sphere, bigger sphere.
Yeah,
But the outer sphere is halved, so it's 2 pieces. You can pop it on. When this closed, the radiation, the particles, the ionized radiation would bounce around because it couldn't escape out of that sphere. And they would bounce around enough, they disrupt the inner core, which then goes nuclear, fission or fusion, fission occurs, and then radiation goes when it's closed, because the particles can't escape.
Yeah.
When it's open, it's pretty fine, it's safe. When it's closed, then it's bad. And he was using it, it was like a science experiment to demonstrate to his colleagues. He was using it and having it open, just wedged open a little bit, but he only used a screwdriver, just sitting in there to keep it wedged open. That was the extent of his safety equipment.
Yeah.
And I think he knocked the screwdriver or something like that, and the screwdriver fell out. And only for
Maybe
like
someone needed it and just took it.
I don't know. Well, they're all in the scientific community, but just for like a split second, it had closed, and that was enough. That I think he died.
It destabilized the core.
Yeah, the core.
As it were.
Not enough.
Mini explosion, but it didn't go nuclear.
No, it didn't go nuclear. It didn't even explode. I don't think it was just
No,
a huge amount of radiation.
Because the camera immediately went.
Yeah, he died in like 3 to 4 days or something,
Yeah.
and then everyone else died within like a week or 2.
Yeah,
in the room.
From radiation poisoning.
Yeah. Well, there were some really bad radiation experiments back in like Chernobyl days when people were exposed to it. Doctors kept them alive as long as possible just to see the effects of radiation long term. Like at that point, like their organs were failing, their skin was all off their body,
bleeding out of every orifice.
Yeah, it was bad.
Cells break down.
Yeah, I think they kept them alive for like 90 days or something like that. Yeah.
They consent to that.
No, of course not.
Humans are
But
crazy.
scientific research.
Alright, we're going to finish up now.
I'm all for a little bit of unethical stuff to some point. I need knowledge,
to
man. I
extend
need to know.
science.
I need
Frankenstein.
Well, I mean, what, one person... Oh, actually, this is on the podcast. Never mind. I was going to say, like, one... I'll whisper so they can't hear me. One person, like... Some people need to suffer for the greater good.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Not anymore. I don't condone this.
Not anymore.
Alright.
It's been done.
I think we're going to be getting into some dangerous territory here. Now, we're going to have one last...
Racism would be safer.
One last...
The reality is what you're
Yeah,
saying
let's go
is
into the
it's
racism.
something that
Let's go into the
would
racism.
happen.
You ready?
Yeah.
No.
What did we say?
It's soft racism. It's fine.
Soft racism.
Check this out. When people from Baltimore try to pronounce the phrase "Aaron earned an iron urn," check this out.
All them accents say this phrase out loud. Earn, and earn. What? Earn. Aaron earned an iron urn. Damn, what the fuck? We really talk like that? Earn, iron. Earn, the iron urn. What? Earn, the iron urn. No, Aaron earned an iron urn. Earn, iron urn. No, dummy. Earn, an iron urn. Yeah. Dummy. It's not that, dummy. It's Aaron earned an iron urn, dummy. Aaron earned an iron urn. Earned an iron urn. An iron urn. Hey, bottom eight. Say this.
All right, we're done. Let me just tick over to that. Main screen. All right, thanks for coming, guys.
Peace out.
Have fun. See you next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. Please subscribe.
Thank you, Milena
Please watch.
and Keith, for joining us.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sweet. See you next
I
time.
have a GoFundMe for my motorbike. Please give me money.
Link in the description.
Yeah.
Find your
OnlyFans
for your
too.
lasers though.
Yeah. OnlyFans.
Coming soon.
No.
Alright. Night. Bye.
Bye. See it. And
oh wait, I need to do this. I've got a thing. I gotta
like a back scratcher.
Where is it?
call. There's right there. Call.
Oh, good night. Goodbye. Bye.